Hi, Sunshines. Welcome to our TikTok live. We are live here at Sunshine Paradise Retreat in Joshua Tree, and join us for a relaxing and grounding sunshine yoga flow we will be getting into to build strength and flexibility. There are lots of hip openers and spinal mobility and flexibility stretches and yoga poses that we'll be doing, that this yoga flow is full of. I do it, this is my standard yoga flow that we will be getting into. So yeah, join us. It will be a sub-only yoga flow for our paid subscribers here on TikTok Live. So I will be switching over to the Sunshine Community TikTok Live here when we get started, but we are just, excuse me one second. Okay. Just was blocking someone. Okay, hey guys, yeah, so I was out here catching some sun. We're live here in Joshua Tree. I'm gonna go inside now because it's really hot. One thing I just wanted to say real quick, if anyone is having any like joint pain, go outside and sit in the sun for 15-20 minutes because it really helps. Just saying, backed by Dr. Cruz science and research. Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? We're gonna get into a tarot card reading to start. So we're here in Joshua Tree, but we are moving again to New Mexico in just a couple of next week. So we will be saying goodbye to Joshua Tree. And I don't know if we're coming back, where we're going next, but we're on this journey together. You're coming with me. I will be living wherever I'm at. Everyone, hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Gotta fix my strap. Hi. What's up, you guys? Okay, that's not working. Hi. Getting a little bit, trying to get situated. Okay. Hey, you guys, what's up? So I am going to pin the contact form here to the live, and this form, you can submit your email to me if you want to know all of our offerings that we are currently offering with Sunshine Paradise Retreat, and that I'm offering. I have a few things I wanted to announce. I need to get my phone here. So, okay. Yes, I just added and created a 2-day online women's grief meditation retreat through the Meetup app, the Deep Feelers Collective, for any women that want to do an online retreat and that are grieving the loss of a partner, spouse, or soulmate. So that will be happening every month, the first Saturday and Sunday of every month. And if that's you, you can join via the Meetup app, our Deep Feelers Collective. I also just added it to bookyogaretreats.com, and it's just 2 days of us meditating together, and we're going to be doing support circles, share circles, yoga together. We have virtual meals together, walking meditations. So if you want to learn more about that, you can hit that Service Plus button, send me your email, and I can email you more information about that. I also have created every fourth Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the month, there is an online virtual 3-day meditation retreat for people that are grieving the loss of a partner, spouse, or soulmate, and that is co-ed, not just women. So for any men that are grieving the loss of a partner, spouse, or soulmate, if you want to join me for that, you can also send me a Service Plus contact request, and I will reach out to you with more information personally. Also, I'm available for one-on-one sessions, one-on-one yoga, meditation, support, and also customized wellness yoga retreats for those that are grieving the loss of a partner, spouse, or soulmate. So that if that's you and you want to learn more about that, you can also hit that Service Plus button, send me your email, and I will reach out to you personally with more information. Okay, the other thing I wanted to say is join me tomorrow here on TikTok Live every Thursday evening. We are now doing a new TikTok Live, live DIY face masks at 9:45. I think it's 9:45 Pacific time here on TikTok Live. We did it last week. It was fun. You can watch all the replays of all of our TikTok Lives on my YouTube channel as well. And there's a lot that are also on our Sunshine Community subscription for an ad-free watching experience. I mostly post only like the yoga focused videos to my website. I do not post every single TikTok Live replay to my Sunshine Community subscription on my website. And that's just because it's just too much for me to do right now by myself, since it's just me doing everything. So yeah, all of the replays though do get posted to our YouTube channel. You can find the links in our bio, or you can hit that Service Plus button and send me your email, and I will reach out to you personally with more information about all of our offerings, our subscriptions, our links. I'm also doing a full moon sound bath in person here in Joshua Tree for anyone that is in the Joshua Tree area or wants to come out. We're doing a full moon sound bath on, I think it's Saturday evening here in Joshua Tree, and you can send me your email if you want to know more information about that. Hit that Service Plus button down there on the bottom left of the screen if you want to come to it's my last sound bath I'm doing here. I play my Tibetan singing bowls. I have 7 chakra Tibetan singing bowls. Me and this astronomer guy, we have collaborated on this event. He does it all the time here in Joshua Tree, and I just became a part of it since I've been here in Joshua Tree. So yeah, Saturday is my last one that we're doing here. And then because I'm moving to New Mexico, we're leaving California. So that's all the announcements I wanted to say for today. So thanks everybody for being here. Hello, if you don't know who I am, I'm Ashlee Sunshine. I am a yoga teacher, holistic lifestyle guide, retreat host, and designer, and creator of Sunshine Paradise Retreat. Right now we are a traveling retreat. I want to get back into doing in-person retreats soon, but because my world has kind of turned upside down since my boyfriend passed away. We're coming up on 5 months now. So I've just been kind of like redesigning everything, restructuring my focus, getting more into focusing in on grief for my healing journey, for my own healing journey, and for helping others. So yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. We do now, this is a live community sunshine yoga flow that we are doing here on TikTok Live every, what's today? Sorry, my brain's a little foggy right now. Every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. This is going to be our dedicated time that we do this sunshine yoga flow for our sunshine community. So I will be turning on the sub-only TikTok Live here soon when we get started with the yoga flow. But we do also do, more open the events and flows as well. But this one I do want to make for the sunshine community every Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. For our members, because I'm so grateful for you and I love you guys. So yeah, thanks for being here. We have 3 different tiers that you can subscribe to. Every tier gets you access to this yoga flow on this day. The second tier, you do get to DM with me here on TikTok at any time. You do DM with me personally. And then the third tier, you get to go live with us here on TikTok Live if you want to do that via the multi-guest. You can subscribe to the third tier and we can go live together. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to DM me also for any questions that you have, or send me, a Service Plus contact request with your email, and we can chat directly one-on-one with any questions you might have about any of our offerings. So, okay, we are going to get started with a tarot card reading. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dennis. Hello, Babsy. I'm sorry, I haven't said hello to anybody. Hi, Drew. Yes, we are getting into the yoga today. We are going to start with a tarot card reading, as we usually do, to set us up for some inspiring mantra. Okay, so this reading is for entertainment purposes only. It's a tarot card reading, and I do want to say that this may resonate with you or it may not. So, just for fun, you guys. This is for fun, okay? Also, I just want to say, like, no matter what this reading is, any tarot reading, any guidance that you get, always check in with yourself and see if it resonates with you, because, like, just listen to your intuition, okay? If something doesn't feel right or doesn't resonate with you, please listen to that. Don't let a tarot reading dictate your whole life or your relationships. That's all I want to say. Okay, we've had plenty fall out now. Let's see. I am going to use ChatGPT. I use the app. I download the app and I use it to interpret my tarot card readings since I don't have all the cards memorized. Okay, so we had, ooh, this is a nice reading. Okay. So we had the Three of Cups fall out, the Queen of Wands sideways, and the Eight of Swords. And on the bottom of the deck, I need to cover that up, is the Princess of Wands. So we are gonna have ChatGPT interpret this reading for us now. And the way that the card falls out, I also discovered has meaning spiritually. So that's why I say this one fell out sideways. Sometimes they fall out reversed. So that can have some sort of symbolic meaning for anyone that didn't know that. Please interpret this tarot card reading for me that I just pulled for the collective of my TikTok live today, and create a one-sentence mantra for us. Out fell the Three of Cups, the Queen of Wands sideways, the Eight of Swords, and on the bottom of the deck is the Princess of Wands. The Princess of Wine. And wands, it always thinks I say wands. It's kind of annoying. Okay, I'll follow the Three of Cups, the Queen of Wands. How's everybody doing today? Hi, thanks for being here. If you are going to be joining us for our yoga flow, please find somewhere that you can stretch out and get comfy. Wear some stretchy clothes that you can stretch out in. Grab some water to stay hydrated. Okay, let's go over our tarot card reading, okay? This is for everyone. I have channeled everyone on this TikTok live today. Let us see what's in the cards for us and messages from Spirit today. First card, Three of Cups. A beautiful energy of community, celebration, sisterhood, or shared joy. A reminder to lean into connection, support, and moments of lightness together. The Queen of Wands sideways, your inner fire and confidence are present, but maybe wavering. You're being called to reclaim your power, but something like self-doubt or needing external validation is dimming the flame. It's a moment of potential not blocked, but not fully expressed. The Eight of Swords, there's a mental trap or limiting belief that's keeping you stuck. You think you can't move forward, but in truth, the way out is already within you. If you shift your perspective and trust your inner knowing. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Swords. I need to cover that. At your core, your spirit is craving adventure, self-expression, and a new creative journey. There's a fresh fire in your soul ready to rise. You just have to say yes to it. Together, this spread suggests a collective awakening. Many are starting to feel the spark again. But fears or mental limitations may be holding them back. The invitation is to step into your passion and reclaim your radiance with the support of your soul tribe. Our one-sentence mantra for the collective today: I free myself from fear and rise in my power, supported by joy and the fire of my creative soul. Hi, Rhett. Thanks for being here. Hey. So that may have resonated with you or it may not have, and all are well and okay. All right, let's get into this yoga flow. Let's get into some stretching. How's everybody's feeling today? Hi, Rhett. Thanks for being here, you guys. Appreciate you. Okay. So I will be turning on the sub only live now for our subs. let's see, how do I do it? I always forget how to do it. Okay, I think this is how we do it. Yes, here we go. Okay, we're switching to sub only live now for our yoga flow. Okay. All right, everybody. So if you're going to be joining us, feel free to find a comfortable seated position that you can sit in. We will be getting started with our guided meditation. So sitting with a nice and straight spine. If you're sitting on the floor, cross the legs, placing the hands on the knees, either palms facing down for grounding or up for receiving, or into a comfortable mudra. I really like this mudra I learned from the Tibetan Buddhist monks in Nepal. You just cup the hands and connect the thumbs, and it's very grounding. So if you want to try that. And we're just going to sit with a nice straight spine, drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Just feel the stress and the tension melting away from the neck. So we don't want to be all tight in like our neck and shoulder. We just want to drop down those shoulders and neck, release that tension. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels good for you, or you can gaze down at the ground. Let's begin by taking 3 big deep breaths together. So let me tell you a little bit about the breath work before we do it. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as we breathe in that fresh oxygen, fresh air, imagine breathing in fresh life into the body. And as we exhale, letting go of any tension, worries, stagnant air, oxygen, energy with the breath. So we're going to do that 3 times, beginning now. First time, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more times, deep breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Last time, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And now returning the breath to normal breathing, breathing in and out through the nose, if that's comfortable, focusing at the nostril point. Without judgment, without labels, simply observing the breath. Noticing how it feels to breathe. The textures and qualities. If you find your thoughts wandering away to anything that's happening, just distracting your mind, just observing that without judgment. And if you're judging, just observing the judgment. The point of meditation is not to be angry at ourselves for being distracted. It is part of being human. It is part of our human nature, but just simply bringing awareness to the fact that we are distracted and just noticing that. And then we bring the awareness back to the breath, focusing on the breathing. And I invite you to set an intention for your day, for our time together, your week, your weekend, whatever you're feeling called to. It can be for yourself or for somebody else. I would like to dedicate this time to our mantra that we came up with earlier. And you can also take this mantra as well. I free myself from fear and rise in my power, supported by joy, community, and the fire of my creative soul. And when you're ready, slowly opening the eyes. And we'll get started now with our yoga. So we're gonna start, we're actually gonna start seated. Yeah. And I am gonna go turn off the air real quick. So I will be right back. Because it's too cold blowing on me. Okay. Now, so we're in our comfortable seated position. We're gonna start with my favorite spinal mobility and flexibility seated spinal flexes. So we're seated in this nice easy pose, and we're going to bring the hands onto the knees and or the ankles, and we're just going to move in this rocking motion, gentle rocking. Inhale as we come forward, exhale as we come back. And if you want to go inwards for a deeper experience, I do invite you to close your eyes and just notice anything that comes up for you without judgment or labels. I'll show you from the side angle as well. So hands are either on the ankles or the knees, and we're just rocking front to back. So the head, as you can see, is level and stay straight as we just are moving our spine and our hips. And you can move as fast or as slow as you'd like. This is actually taken from Kundalini, so shout out Kundalini for this movement. This Kriya, it's called in Kundalini. The sequences and postures and exercises are called kriyas, formulas for certain intentions, specific motivations and goals, like awakening our Kundalini at the base of the spine, which is why we do a lot of these spinal mobility and flexibility exercises. And in Kundalini, we do believe that age is measured by the flexibility of the spine. So that is why in Kundalini, there's so many kriyas focused on the spine and awakening that energy, getting it nice and fluid and moving. Okay, and now let's flip the legs. So by flipping the legs, we're gonna get our non-dominant or dominant side activated depending on what you had in front. And this is just gonna balance out our left and right side of the brain, of the body, dominant and non-dominant side. And we're just gonna continue now with that movement, inhaling as we come forward, exhaling as we come back. Again, you can close your eyes, and if that feels good for you, go inwards for a deeper experience. And just a couple more times. Coming back to center, and now we're gonna flip those legs again. So switch up whatever leg was in front. And now we're gonna put the hands on the ankles or the knees for seated hip circles. So we're gonna inhale as we come forward, exhale as we come back and around. A little bit different now as we're moving in a circular motion, moving to the right or to the left for you, whatever direction you're going. Again, our head is level and straight here as we inhale and come forward, exhale as we come back and around. Working on our hip and spine mobility and flexibility here. Getting everything nice and juicy and fluid and flexible, warmed up. And now flipping the legs again and moving in the other direction now. So inhale as we come forward, exhale as we come back and around. Just a few more times. And coming onto our hands and our knees, Get this a little bit closer so I can see. Okay. So we're gonna come onto the hands and the knees and we're gonna come into child's pose. Opening up those knees nice and wide, sitting back in the heels. If this is too much for you, you can also like sit on a pillow or a bolster. If this hurts your knees, you can always do this on the bed. I love doing yoga on the bed. I have done some yoga focused bed yoga, which I love doing and we'll do again sometime. But we're gonna reach forward, bringing the forehead down, stretching that length of the spine. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. Bringing that forehead down. Let the hips sink down into the hips as far as they'll go. We're gonna hold here, long, deep breathing. And you can imagine you're like a rubber band being pulled in opposite directions. Just holding long, deep breathing here. It's going to lengthen our spine, get our hips nice and open, our groin. And just really trying to relax into the stretch, relax into the tension. If you feel any pain, please pull out at any point. If it becomes like a sharp pain, you don't want to be in the posture if it becomes sharp or too painful. Find a comfortable position for you. We'll be here for one more big deep breath. Exhale through the mouth or the nose. And using those hands, we're going to lift ourselves up, coming into tabletop. So coming onto the hands and the knees. And we want to stack our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and we're gonna open up the legs about hip width distance apart. As we move through our cat-cow flow, we're gonna inhale, gaze up towards the sky. And this is cow pose. Exhale for cat as we pull the belly in towards the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Moving at your own pace. And just feeling into the movement here. Moving as fast or as slow as you'd like. Gently warming up the body, the spine. Just a few more times. Coming back to our tabletop position. And we're going to move into some Shakti circles. So we're going to inhale as we come up. Exhale as we come down and around towards the side. So we're going to do big circles starting towards the right. Or you can start left, but we will be going both directions. So just focusing on making big circular movements here. This is going to continuing with stretching out our spine, our back, our hips, getting it nice and flexible. We are building strength here also in our arms by holding the tabletop position here. Again, you can close your eyes to go inwards for a more mindful movement, breath work, breathing into the body, noticing and just observing the breath as you breathe through this motion, observing each individual part of the body and anything that may arise for you with any movement. And now rotate the other direction. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth or the nose. Letting go of any tension with that breath. Coming back to center and tabletop. Continuing our spinal mobility, flexibility, hip opener stretching here. In a different direction now, we're going to move forward to back. So inhale as we come forward over the hands. You're going to come through like an upward dog motion. Exhale as we come back through child's pose. Starting to the right or to the left, we'll be going both directions. Inhale as we come forward. Exhale as we come back and around. Nice big circles. Getting the whole body nice and warmed up and flexible, moving everything, getting that fascia moving, getting those spine and hips juicy and moving and flexible. Okay, now we're gonna rotate the other direction. Inhale as we come forward. Exhale as we come back and around. Last big circle here. And coming back to our tabletop. We're gonna do a shoulder, neck, and back stretch here. So inhale, we're gonna reach up, gaze up towards the sky. Exhale for thread the needle, bringing this hand between the space between our body and the earth. We're gonna come to rest on our right shoulder. Continuing to hold here for long, deep breathing. We'll be here for several rounds of breath. Nice, long, deep breaths. One more big, deep breath. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth or the nose. Inhale as we reach that right arm up, gaze up towards the sky. Exhale for tabletop. Now we're going to do that on the left side. Inhale as we reach that left arm up, gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle, coming to rest on the left shoulder, bringing this hand between the space between our body and our right hand. Holding here, long, deep breathing. One more big deep breath here. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth or the nose. Inhale as we reach that left arm up. Gaze up. Exhale for tabletop. Coming back to all fours. Sitting back in the heels. This will be our designated first water break. Feel free to take breaks at any point. Listen to your body if you need to just lay down and rest. Shavasana, also known as corpse pose, sleeping position, that's totally fine. Please take water breaks as you need. I will be taking some official water breaks for us so that you are feel free to join me in or rest or whatever. Hi, thanks for being here, everybody. Feel free to drop any comments, any thoughts or questions anytime in the chat. How's everybody feeling? Hi, Rhett. Thanks for sending me all those flowers, the roses. Okay. Okay, so let's get back into tabletop position where we were. We're gonna flip the toes so that they're facing the ground. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale for downward dog. Send the hips up towards the sky. Let the head and neck be heavy. Pedaling out the legs left and right, left and right. Stretching out the back of our thighs, hamstrings, calves. Take a nice big deep breath here in through the nose. Out through the mouth or the nose. Pressing through all 10 fingers, both palms. Move here for just a couple more breaths, making any movements that feel good for you. On the next inhale, coming to the top of a push-up position. So coming onto all fours here. Tucking that tailbone down, engage the abs. Lift the kneecaps up to engage those thigh muscles. Inhale, we're gonna hinge forward. Hinge forward. Over the toes, over the hands. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down, nice and easy, all the way to the ground. So belly on the ground now. Option to come into cobra. So our feet are together, the toes are on the floor, facing the ground. Option to come into cobra. So we're just gonna lift the chest up slightly. Or if you wanna go for a deeper stretch, you can come into sphinx. It's just gonna be a little bit deeper in the back. Here, resting on the elbows. Or if you wanna go for an even deeper stretch, we can lift up into seal pose, all the way up on the hands. And wherever you are, just holding long, deep breathing. Nice big deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth of the nose. Coming up through tabletop position onto all fours. And we're gonna flip those toes so that they're facing the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward dog, send the hips out towards the sky. Pressing through all 10 fingers, both palms. Pedal out those legs, left and right, left and right. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth or the nose. Releasing any tension with the breath. Moving into our lunge series. Inhale, we're gonna reach the right leg up. Open it up to the right, to the left. Open up that hip. Point the foot. Exhale as we bring that right foot through the center of the hands. We're gonna drop into a lunge, keeping our back knee lifted to start. Okay. Holding here, long, deep breathing. We'll be here for several rounds of breath. This is where we're gonna build that strength and flexibility in the hips and the thighs, the groin here. Strong legs, yes. Strong, strong, strong. You're so strong. Take another big deep breath in here and exhale. All right, we can drop that back knee down to the ground and flip the back toes so that they're facing the ground, coming into a low lunge now. Holding here, long, deep breathing. We'll be here for just several rounds of breath. You got this. You're so strong. You can do it. I believe in you. Wherever you are, take another big deep breath in and exhaling. On that exhale, we are going to shift our weight into our left knee leg here. We're gonna straighten out this right leg and flex the right foot towards the face. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale as we drop the chest down over the legs. Let the head and neck be heavy. Holding here, long, deep breathing. And just tuning into the breath, into the body, noticing how you feel without judgment, without labels. If your mind starts wandering to just random crazy stuff, that's okay. Just observe that. Observe that you're judging that maybe. Observe that you're judging yourself and just notice it. And then come back to the breath. Back to the body, any sensations that you're feeling, tightness, discomfort, just noticing. We're gonna lunge back forward into our front knee. We're gonna bring this right arm up to grab our left leg behind us. Pulling the left leg towards the body, lunge forward. Holding here, long, deep breathing. Thanks for being here, everyone. Sending you love wherever you are in the world. Hope something amazing happens to you today that you weren't expecting. A miracle, a surprise. And gently drop that back leg down. We're gonna come back into a low lunge. Option to stay here. Or if you want to slide into the splits with me, we will be doing that today. So just dropping into that nice and easy. Holding here, wherever you are. We'll just be here for several rounds of breath. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. So, and just remember, you're not gonna look like me, okay? I'm very flexible. I've been doing this a long time. So if you don't look like me, please do not feel discouraged by this work or this flow or this for yoga in general. We're all on different journeys in our life, so just honoring our journey and wherever we are. We'll be here for just one more long, deep breath. And if you're in the splits with me, we'll just be falling over onto that right hip. If you're in a lunge, just meet here in pigeon pose. So we're gonna bring the right knee to our right wrist. And we're gonna check over to the left here to make sure that our toes, ankle, and knee are in one line. Inhale as we lift the chest up. Exhale, we're gonna drop down into sleeping pigeon for a little more restorative. Hold here. So dropping onto the elbows. This is a deep hip opener, so just trigger warning for anyone that may feel emotions rise here. It can release a lot of emotions, good, bad. So just letting them come and go without judgment. We must feel all of our emotions in order to move through them and release them, even the bad ones, the negative ones. They're all part of this human experience, this journey that we call life. So don't be ashamed of anything you feel. Let's hold here for one more long, deep breath. Exhaling with the breath, releasing any tension, anxiety, stress, or worries, fears. Let it go. Inhale as we lift that chest up. We're gonna flip those back toes so that they're facing the ground. Lift our right leg up. Open it up to the right, to the left. Let that blood flow back in to the leg. Exhale, downward dog. Pedaling out the leg here, legs left and right, Taking a nice big deep breath in. And exhaling. Okay, we're gonna do all that on the left side now. Ready? Inhale, left leg high, lift it up. Open it up to the left, to the right, get that hip open. Exhale, bring that left foot through. We're gonna drop into a lunge. Keeping that back knee lifted to start. Holding here, long, deep breathing. Building nice and strong legs and arms here by holding that back knee up too. One more deep breath here, hold. In through the nose. Exhale, dropping that back knee down. Flip the back toes so that they're facing the ground. Coming into a low lunge now. Feel free to move around and like stretch your body in any way that feels good for you too. Like if another stretch feels so much better for you in this moment, please do it. I'm simply a guide. Simply a guide, but I want to encourage you to create your own flow as well and find what works for you. Because we're all so unique and different in our own little way. We're all the same, but we're all different at the same time. If that makes sense. Okay, bringing the weight into our right knee. We're gonna straighten this left leg out, flexing the left foot towards the face. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as we drop the chest down over the leg. Let the head and neck be heavy, heavy, heavy. Fall over that leg and thigh. Play around with straightening the leg and bending it. Just noticing how that feels, the different movements that our body makes. Take another big deep breath in and exhaling. On the next inhale, we're gonna lunge back forward into the left leg. Reach this left arm up. We're gonna grab our right foot behind us and pull the right foot towards the body as we lunge forward. Holding here, long, deep breathing. Again, you can play around with the movement here by just making micro movements and just noticing how that feels. Any more? Some places might be tighter than others. Maybe you hold there and breathe into that space. Maybe you notice some cracking in certain places like me. I have lots of stuff that cracks all the time when I move. Gently dropping that back leg down. So we're gonna come back into a low lunge, option to stay here. Or if you wanna try the splits with me, we're gonna slide into those. Holding here and long, deep breathing. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. And remember, you don't have to look like me for the stretch to work. Wherever you are, holding and long, deep breathing. Nice big deep breaths in through the nose or the mouth. Exhaling through the mouth or the nose. If you're in the splits with me, we're just gonna fall over onto our left hip. If you're in a lunge, we will meet in pigeon pose. So we're gonna bring our left knee to our left wrist as we square our hips towards the front. Checking over to the right here to make sure that our toes, ankle and knee are in one line. So the backs of the toes, your foot's pointed. Inhale, we're gonna lift the chest up, find length in the spine, nice and tall. On the next exhale, dropping down into a sleeping pigeon onto those elbows for a nice deep hip opener stretch here. We're gonna hold here for several rounds of breath, long deep breathing, so try to hold it. If you need to come out, it's okay too. Being kind to ourselves, giving ourselves compassion and love. We'll be here for just another breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. On the next inhale, let's lift that chest up. We're gonna flip those back toes so that they're facing the ground. Reach that left leg high, open up that hip. And we'll meet in downward dog. Coming back into downward dog on all fours. Pressing through all 10 fingers, both palms, pedaling out the legs left and right. Let's take a deep breath in. Horse breath, flutter those lips. Release the tension with that breath. Gazing at our hands, we're gonna walk our feet to meet our hands. As we open up the knees and the feet nice and wide, we're gonna drop our hips down, coming into a yogi squat. Hands can come into prayer at heart center. Or you can place the hands on the ground. You can rotate side to side if that feels good for you. This is a very good, great hip opener. Deep, deep hip opener. Increasing flexibility and mobility in our groin and inner thighs. We'll be here for just a couple more breaths. So making any movements that feel good for you. If you wanna come to sit down, that's okay too. One more breath wherever you are. And we're gonna drop down into butterfly. So we're gonna bring the soles of our feet in together to touch. Open up the knees nice and wide. Inhale, lift the chest up, sitting nice and tall. This is a great time to do some foot massage if that feels good for you. We're just gonna press the thumbs into the soles all over the feet, which can be super grounding. And long, deep breathing wherever you are. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, let's drop that chest over the legs. Let the head and neck be heavy. Opening up those hips nice and wide. Working on that flexibility in the inner thighs, the groin, the lower back, releasing tension. Holding here, long, deep breathing. Inhale, lift the chest up. And now we're gonna open up the legs nice and wide, coming into a seated straddle. So we're gonna flex the feet towards the face to engage our thighs. Inhale, reach the arms up, reach up. Exhale, we're gonna start with reaching over to the right side. Reach for your right foot, let the head and neck be heavy, fall over that right leg completely. Holding here, long, deep breathing. Inhale, reach up, coming through center, and we're gonna reach all the way over to the left now. Reach, reach, reach. Let the head and neck be heavy. Let yourself fall over your left leg completely. Holding here, long, deep breathing. Inhale, coming up through center, and you know what's next. We're gonna reach forward as far as you can. Reach on forward, keeping the legs flexed, but you can also experiment with pointing them, whatever feels good for you. We can also rotate left to right here to get a bigger range of motion in the stretch, in the legs. Just notice how it feels to move through this. Wherever you are, remember, is exactly where you need to be. And if you don't look like me, it doesn't mean it's not working. Wherever you are, holding in long, deep breathing. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth or the nose. One more big deep breath wherever you are. On the next inhale, let's lift up. We're gonna come out nice and easy. Close those legs, nice and easy. We're gonna come onto the hands and the knees for another deep hip opener stretch here. Dropping into frog pose, we're gonna come onto our elbows and let the hips fall open naturally. You probably are gonna wanna be on a soft surface for this one because it can hurt your knees. I've done this on wood floor many times and it definitely is a little bit painful. So letting those hips drop as far as they will go. And just holding here, long, deep breathing. You will feel this in the hips for sure, the groin. And if you need to come out to rest in a comfortable seated position, that's totally okay. I know this one can be a bit hard to hold for some, so that's okay. Meet yourself and have compassion with yourself wherever you are today in this moment. Honoring our journeys. Taking another big deep breath wherever you are. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth or the nose. Release any tension with the breath. Coming on to the hands, we're gonna close those legs. I have to do a little puzzle for TikTok because it thinks I'm not here. Okay, what? Stupid. There, okay. Hi, SGE, thanks for being here, hi. All right, so if you wanna try the middle splits with me, you can. If you wanna skip the middle splits, totally okay, and you can just come to rest on your belly in a comfortable lying down position or in seal pose, but I'm working on my middle splits, so I will be dropping into those if you want to join me. This is how I get into them. I just come onto my hands and I let my legs fall open as far as they will go. So we're getting pretty close, you guys. Like I'm definitely really close to the middle splits. Oh my gosh, we're getting there. I'm getting really flexible here. Wherever you are, just holding for another couple breaths. And if you're trying out those middle splits with me, let's just fall down into a seated straddle and we're gonna close those legs and we will meet my other friends that decided to skip that on our bellies with the legs closed. So you can sit here either, resting with your hands, head on your hands, down by your side. You can rest in cobra, sphinx, or in seal pose, whatever feels good for you. And we'll just hold here, long, deep breathing. For just a couple breaths. How's everyone feeling? You feeling good? Stretched out, relaxed, flexible? Good. All right, coming onto the hands and the knees. And we're gonna walk ourselves to a comfortable seated position. Let's flex those feet out in front of us. So flexing those feet towards the face. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Reach for those feet. Option to peace finger those big toes, pressing the thumbs into the big toenails to activate those meridian lines to our brain. Inhale to find length. Exhale, reach and try to get your head to touch your toes. As far as you can go. Holding here. This is a great stretch for releasing any back pain as well. Inhale, relax away from your feet. Lift the arms up. Exhale, hands down by the sides. All right. We have a few more stretches as we wrap up towards the end of our flow. We are going to come to a comfortable lying down position on our backs. So come down. We're going to do a seated spinal twist. So inhale as we bring the right leg into the chest. So we do want to flex this foot on the ground. And this is going to get our thigh and calf on the ground nice and straight. Inhale as we bring the right knee into the chest. We can circle the ankle here, right and left. Stretch out our ankle. Take a nice big deep breath in. On your next exhale, for spinal twist, we're gonna bring this right leg over the left side to rest on the ground, gaze to the right. Holding here, long, deep breathing. Inhale, bring that knee into the chest one more time. Exhale, relax that right leg. And we're gonna inhale as we hug the left knee into the chest, avoiding the rib cage as we hug that knee in. And again, we're gonna flex this right foot on the ground, okay? So our whole right leg is straight on the ground. And we can circle our ankle here, left and right, stretching out that ankle. Take a nice big deep breath in here. Exhale for spinal twist as we bring the left leg over the right side body, gaze to the left. And just hold here, long, deep breathing. One more big deep breath here. And on the next exhale, hug that left knee into the chest one more time. And release that leg. Actually, we're gonna hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug and tell yourself how much you love yourself. Say it to your body. Say, I love you, body. Thank you, body. I'm grateful for you, body. And gently release your legs. Okay, 2 more stretches we'll do. We're gonna do a bridge pose. So the feet are nice and close to our bums. Hands are down by our sides, palms facing down. On our inhale, we're gonna lift our hips up towards the sky. Open up the legs, actually, a little more than hip width distance. Lift the hips up. Option to interlace the hands underneath the back and bring the shoulder blades together if that feels good. Option to come onto the toes for a deeper stretch. Wherever you are, just hold and long, deep breathe. Gently dropping those hips down, release the hands from underneath the back, and relax here. For our last stretch, we're gonna do happy baby pose. So bring the feet into the hands, open up the knees nice and wide. And option to straighten out one leg and then the other. Play around here. This is happy baby, so play around like you're a baby. Feel your childlike energy in this one. We can rotate side to side to get a nice massage on the back of our spine. Taking another big deep breath in. And exhaling, coming into our final Shavasana. So corpse pose. This is lying down in corpse pose. Just relaxing. We'll be here just briefly for a moment. So just trying in these few moments that we are here to fully relax your body. Feel yourself melt into the ground. Really focusing on relaxing every muscle in the body, releasing any tension or tightness. Just let it go. And when you're ready, we're going to rotate onto our left or right side, coming into a fetal position. This is a symbol for rebirth. This is how we come out of yoga, at least my yoga. And then we use our hands to lift us up, coming to a nice and comfortable seated position. Let's just come back and check in with our body as we end this flow together. Just noticing how you feel, noticing the quality of your thoughts, the breath, the moment. Giving thanks to the body and for yourself for being here and for being part of this journey. Let's come back to our mantra to end that we said at the beginning. If this resonates with you, may you take this mantra into the rest of your day. I free myself from fear and rise in my power, supported by joy, community, and the fire of my creative soul. Placing the hands on the heart, if that feels good for you. Let's breathe a big deep breath into the heart. Exhaling from the heart. Thank you everyone for joining today's Sunshine Yoga Flow. We are here every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time for our Sunshine Community Yoga Flow. So I look forward to seeing you next week. We will still be here in Joshua Tree, I believe. I don't know, we might be somewhere else. But we are moving to New Mexico. So thank you, Rhett. Thank you. As a reminder, all these lives do get recorded and posted to our Sunshine Community subscription for an ad-free watching experience, and also to our YouTube channel. The links are available in the bio for those. So thank you. I see we have a guest request from Scott. Hello, Scott. Did we get you? Is it too late? Are you still here? Scott? You here with us? Hi, Scott. Hello, how are you? Thanks for being here. Are you walking your dog? What kind of dog do you have? Hi, Scott. I think I can kind of hear you. I hear some like movement. Welcome. Thanks for being here. All right, we are wrapping up the live. Thank you so much for joining. I hope to see you. That's amazing. I hope to see you next week on our next live, okay? Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye.